Merch alert.
That's right, you heard her. We have merch now. If you're looking for a mug, a hoodie, a shirt, a blanket, we're your people. Be sure to check out our exclusive I Was a Bravo Fan Before Scandal tees. They will be perfect to wear while watching the VPR reunion.
Check out the link in the description of the podcast or our Instagram bio. Da, 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 Hello, guys. We are gathered here today in the name of Mary Monet Tejada,
Monet Tejada.
J. Blige, and we are honestly still shocked. Her homegoing service was Sunday. This is an episode dedicated to her and her character. And wow, you guys, if you aren't watching Power, it's too late to get into it, period. But if you are in the Power universe and you kind of like watch Ghost at the beginning, but you kind of slipped off because you're like, it's not that good. This is the season to get back into it because we have one more episode left and the entire series is done. This is a 10-year run totally from Power to Power Ghost. And obviously, if you're here, you have to know by now that Mary J. Blige's character, Monet Tejada, passed away on the show in the most gangster, crazy, shocking fashion that we will never forget. Beautiful. Beautiful. So where do you want to start, Aaron?
Honestly, I'm glad you asked because Monet Tejada is my Black excellence. Mm-hmm. She's yours too?
Yeah.
I figured that's how this was going to go.
It's only right.
Monet Tejada first, and then Mary J. Blige.
Right.
Shout out to Mary J. Blige. We don't care about Neo going on her tour. I don't really care for Neo like that. I'm going to make this very clear. So when you see me upload my pictures, because I'm going to go, I don't want you guys to be like, well, you don't see Neo because it's not about Neo. It's about Mary J. Blige.
What about Mario then?
Yeah, I like Mario. I see Mario in real life. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
Every time I say this, people get tired of me telling this story. I've seen him.
Never told me.
I've seen him at Hookah Time. It was this hookah place that was open in Davie.
Yes.
And they turned it into the mattress store. You remember? You know what I'm talking about?
They had the fried mac and cheese bites that no one can recreate.
Yes. And the pita and the Greek food too. Shout out to Angie K. They had all that there. But I remember there was one night that I seen this guy and I'm like, this looks like Mario. But I was kind of drunk too. So I'm like, I don't know if it's Mario. Right. And then I told my friend Amber, shout out to Amber. I don't know if Amber listens, but I was like, this guy looks a lot like Mario. And she pissed me off so bad because she was like, no, that's not Mario. She's like, Aaron, you're just drunk. Like, that's not Mario. Like, what are you talking about? And I kept looking at him and I'm like, that's Mario. And he spoke to me. He said hello. He waved and said hello. And he was so nice. And I was like, hey. And after he left, I literally pulled up his Instagram page and he was there. And it was Mario. And I was like, that was Mario this whole time. And you kind of fucked up my chance of taking a picture because he literally walked right by me.
And he was nice. So he would have took a freaking picture.
And he would have took a picture.
Amber, get some glasses, babe.
Amber, go to hell. To this day, you pissed me off so bad. But I love you. We're okay. We're good. But like that day, she pissed me off so bad. But
I cannot believe it. Okay,
so I will be there
for you're not here for Neo.
No, I'm not there for Neo at all.
Is it because I want to know why not Neo? Is it because of his behavior?
It's a lot of things. This is behavior online and in real life, and he's just like not who I thought he was, you know? And that's very disappointing sometimes.
Oh, a lot of time. It's
Yeah.
especially what's
Yeah.
going on now. I'm pretty
It's
nervous
just a
about.
lot of stuff, but he's never been a fave of mine anyway, so it wasn't hard to like let him
Back in the
go.
day, he absolutely was a favorite of mine, and especially because he's written Miss Independent,
Hmm.
and then he wrote Beyonce, to the left, to the left.
Yeah, he
So
has talent for sure,
he
but
has talent, and what turned me off of him is, I guess, his relationship with Crystal, and then how it came about, and then like their marriage, and then now he has like these girls who he
marriage.
brings everywhere, the marriage, and like these mistresses and like the side babies, and it's like you do all this and you are an aging bald man, but God forbid a woman. Anyways, yeah, so Mary J. Blige is going on tour with Neo and Mario, or for Aaron, it's
Mhm.
Mario and Mary J. Blige. It's in February down here in Miami, so
Yes.
it's
So if
gonna
you're
be
going to that
iconic.
one, say hi because I will be out there. It's called the For My Fans Tour, and it's going to be February 11th.
That's a nice
Tampa
Valentine's Day present.
is February 8th.
Wow. Wow,
Tampa
wow,
is
wow.
February 8th.
Are you going to Tampa? Like, why did you get close to the mic and like say it
I'm just saying.
sassily? You play too much. But anyways, my Black Excellence is also Mary J. Blige, Monet Tejada.
Mhm.
Let's just dive deep into the episode.
So, yeah, so it begins, and we're getting ready for this huge, extravagant wedding. We meet Nelma's brother, who just looks like somebody that you know, but you've never seen before.
That's a great way to describe it.
Yeah, because as soon as I seen him, I'm like, this guy looks familiar, but I just don't know where I know him. So if you do know him from somewhere, let me know where.
Right.
But we're dealing with this whole thing. We're also dealing with Monet finally coming to terms with what Kane's doing. She's like, I don't really like your decision at all, but I am going to support you because I love you and you are my son. And I just want to make things right. So we're seeing her repair her relationship with all three of her kids, from
And
what it
that's exactly when
seems.
I knew she was going to die, other
Yeah,
than the fact that you pretty much told me she was going to die. Like,
I
Aaron
told
tried
you.
not to directly like say it, but texting the group chat at 2 a.m. screaming power, like no one would elicit that kind of reaction
I
from you
literally was like,
if
everybody
like
get your black
Tariq
ass up.
died. Anyone on this show could have died, and he might have said, "Oh, power was so good," but you were actually like emotionally unwell. So I'm like, oh, as soon as I woke up and saw that, I'm like, yeah, Monet has to die
Oh, you didn't see
because
the
nothing
story either
else.
when I posted a picture of Mary J. Blige?
No, I didn't see that because remember it was morning and I didn't want
Mm-hmm.
any spoilers. But then after you had said that and you were like, get off of, because I was
The
looking
way
through,
I
yeah,
bumped
I was
Mary
looking
J.
through the
Blige that night,
notifications.
like it was ridiculous. Like all the way up, growing pains specifically. And it broke my heart, but we're gonna get into it. Also, speaking of death, I want to say this really quick. R.I.P. to John Amos.
Mm,
Because John Amos passed away today. And if you don't know, he's the man from Good Times. He's the father, he's the
yes.
foundation
A
on Good
pillar of the
Times,
Black
a
community,
pillar of the black
period.
community and a representation of a black man.
Mm-hmm. A Black
John
father specifically,
James Evans.
period.
So R.I.P. King. But yeah, so they're getting to the wedding, she makes amends with her kids. Noma then tells her, I know we don't see eye to eye. I know you're not happy about me marrying your son, but what I want to do is I want to give you like I want to extend an olive branch to you, and I want to know how I can take care of you. And of course, Monet's like money, lots
Period.
of it. And Noma's like, well, no problem. And then she's like, how about you take everything, all like I have jewelry and I have goodies in this garage stored away somewhere and like in these fairgrounds. and she gives Monet the key, and she's like, "It's all
Staten
yours, and you
Island.
can sell. Yeah, you can sell it." And even when she said that, I'm like, "That's really sketchy. I'll take the check." Like me
I'll be
personally, I
like,
would have been
no,
like,
you just
"No,
have one of your goons go get it and bring it to me. Like, why am I getting product in the middle of the
right."
night?
That's weird. So that was like the number one thing that kind of set me off with that. Um, so then once it comes down to it, Kane is having his engagement party. Um, not engagement
The
party, but
dinner.
his bachelor party or whatever the case may
Oh
be.
yeah, and then he went to the bachelor party after the. This was at the engagement dinner, and then
Yeah.
they go to Kane's party, which we get a cameo from Lil Durk.
Yeah, did you think I thought he acted pretty well for Lil
Yeah,
Durk.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
pretty good. I think that he, out of like the celebrity appearances, like the short appearances, there was Lil Baby, obviously, in BMF, and then there was Sweetie in BMF, and there was um who else? Who else did? Oh, Two Chains had more of a major part, so I wouldn't really put him in the. They did Mary J. How they did Two Chains. I'm sorry, like that's
But
the thing
hers
that
was a little bit classier. She was more like
she had
she
two
was in the
guns.
Matrix, more like more of, but she just looked better. Like it looked a lot better.
Of course,
Two Chains
but
was footloose.
they had Dirk Yo, and he played, Kane's cousin. But at the same time, Carter had Tariq going to that same stand in Staten Island on some fairgrounds. So
Yes.
they are at Kane's bachelor party. Go ahead.
So they are at King's bachelor party. Now Diana and Drew, they're chatting it up and they're talking about how they're gonna be here for one another. And they're just talking about life in general, just chatting it up. But you know, things start to get weird because their aunt calls them and she's like, "Well, where the hell is your mom? Because I haven't really seen her. Like, what's going on?"
Shout out to Maya
Um,
Wilkes.
yeah, and shout out to Maya Wilkes because Maya Wilkes is always going to get to the bottom of it. And they're like, "Well, what the hell is going on with mom?" Because they don't really know what's going on, but they put two and two together and they find out where she's heading. So she ends up going to the fairgrounds. While she's there, she's interrupted by St. Patrick because he's also sent there by Carter. So she's like, "Well, what the hell are you doing there?" And then they realize, "Oh shit, this is a setup because Noma sent me here and Carter sent you here. So that means the two of them are working together."
And Drew realizes that earlier in the day, he found out that Carter sent Tariq there, and also that he overhears from Effie that the Russians are also on their way there. Now, if you've
Yeah,
been following the show, you know that the Russians want Tariq and Monet dead. So that was two birds, one stone, and would
one
build a
stone.
connection with the Russians. So go ahead.
Yeah. So once they realize all of that, they head their ass there as well. So at this point, Monet and Tariq they take whatever Russians are there out, and
Well, Drew and
Drew
and
Drew and Diana
Diana
assist
helped
them.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with doing so. So at this point now, Mary J. Blige is pissed.
AJ
She
Blige is
she knows what the hell is going on. Her and Tariq are pissed. They realize that they have to come up with a plan.
I like when they were like, okay, so she thinks that we're dead, then we gotta be dead.
Yeah, so we got to stay dead. So they pretend to be dead. So at this point, Noma is under the impression, well, not Noma, but Carter is under the impression that they're dead. Noma is more so like, okay, I'll take
You
your
have no
word,
proof.
but you don't have no proof, so I will keep my eyes out. So she's already on the fence. And that's the one thing about Noma, I gotta say, she stays ready.
Exactly.
That's the
Exactly.
thing. So I just knew it just wasn't going to be good business. So Tariq's ass, of course, comes up with a plan to lure to meet Carter at this church.
Because he
And the
goes to
plan,
confessionals. When we
yeah,
met him earlier in the season, we met him at church.
at church. So Tariq's plan, he's like, I'm going to go to confessionals to meet up with Carter, and I'm going to take him out there. So once he goes to confessionals, the total diametrical opposite happens, actually, because Tariq goes to kill him, and he does this whole speech, which pissed me off so bad, because you know that you can't fight. You know you can't fight.
You're a shooter.
You're a shooter. You're not a fighter. We've seen that plenty of times to know that. You had one job.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You
You're
had
right.
one job. And I know a lot of people argue me down under the Facebook post. And they were like, oh, he did what he had to do. You don't understand that there was a tape against him. And the fact of the matter is, okay, cool. But we're not looking at logic. We'll figure that shit out when we get there. Right now, this is about taking Carter out because you're supposed to be dead. And you want it to stay that way. So now that Carter has access to his phone, and now he done got the gun out of your hands, he's calling Noma to warn her that your black ass is alive, as well as Monet. So now you done fucked up the whole thing.
Rotation.
So it had nothing to do with the tape that was against him and what Carter had against him. Because number one, Tariq should have spoke to Method Man in the first place. And who does Method Man play?
Oh, the lawyer Davis.
The lawyer Davis. Is if he would have talked to Davis, Davis would have been able to tell him that Carter couldn't really do shit about that tape anyway, because it literally took place in a space that they weren't even supposed to have access to. It was an illegal space.
Mm. You found your loophole.
I found a loophole.
You found your loophole. I think that, like, I understand both sides of it, but before Tariq knew that Carter had information on him, he was going to kill him anyway.
Right.
So regardless, like, he didn't find out about the tape before he decided to kill him. He only found that out after you made that lapse in judgment.
The way I wouldn't have even known that.
Yeah.
Because I would have shot that bitch up. Clean up. I
wouldn't even pulled the curtain back. Like, I would have been there from the get-go.
What is there to see?
And then you have Effie and Brayden there, and I'm just like, it's a 3-man mission. For what reason?
Why are you upstairs and not shooting? Why are you upstairs and not? The way I would have been, like, fucking go.
Exactly.
Like, worry about that shit later. Move.
Exactly.
That was ridiculous. So at that point, Tariq knew he fucked up. Effie and Brayden come up with the plan, and I guess they crash into Carter and send him spiraling into some truck or whatever, and then they hold him hostage, which I was just like, kill him. You still have your chance to kill him. Like, why are we holding on to this man?
I get it.
Him. Go find Noma's daughter. That was my plan.
Take that bitch hostage.
I don't even think we got that far in our conversation, because when I brought this to the group chat, I was not in the right mind. But me personally, now that I'm thinking about it, I would have took 5 seconds to cool off, and I would have been like, okay, what we're gonna do? Like, what does Tariq do? He takes his 10 minutes to cool off, and he's like, fuck.
He's like,
and then he comes back, and he's like, do so, and do it now. And then it's like, it's done and it works.
He is a man with a plan throughout all 4 seasons.
Literally, go find Noma's daughter and hold her hostage. And literally, I would have cut one of her fingers off. Like, I would have showed her, I'm not fucking playing.
Your dad. Yeah, like,
no, not only that, but I'm cutting her parts off too.
Wait, not her fingers. Like,
yeah,
I feel like
because I need to show you I'm not playing. Like I need to, and I wanted Noma to see that I'm not playing. Like, bitch, a lot of people are playing, but sometimes they're not.
I would have literally like shaved her bob off and sent a picture of her bob off her head and been like, play with it.
Yeah, that would have definitely showed her ass. But me personally, over Monet Tejada, I'm cutting off fingers. Specifically two. I'd have been like, well, how is she gonna get into a good college now? Because she only has fucking 3 fingers left.
Well, you had to count. She only has the three that point back at her.
Yeah.
That's
That's how
something.
she's gonna be for the rest of her damn life. So play with it. And I guarantee you, she would have been like, okay, let Kane go, let Monet go, and just leave my daughter alone. And that would have been the plan.
Okay, that is a good plan, but I feel like since it's power, they had to do something impactful. And you can tell that this was not the plan. Like they really just got that news that this was the last season for real, because they were laying out so many things that could be handled. So they were like, we need to make a big impact. And they absolutely did just that. But okay, so in your recap, we were at the part where Brayden and Effie crash into Carter and they take him hostage. So I will definitely let you do the honors of describing what is going on with Mary J. She finds this out.
So Monet Tejada finds this out. Mm-hmm. She gets in her car, she goes home, she does her hair, she does crinkles, she gets her nice dress, she gets her thigh-high boots, she puts on her makeup, and she gets in the car and she goes back to the reception or the party, the after party after the wedding. So at this point, she's like, somebody gotta die. I know she's gonna try to kill Kane, so fuck it. Like, let's just go. Drew and Diana get there because they follow suit. Everybody's leaving the party. And Noma tells Kane, bitch, party's over. Like, your ass is gonna die. If you don't
pick between me or your mom.
Yeah.
And he gives like the most beautiful speech about how it's always going to be.
We're not even there yet. Because we have to build it up. Like, Monet arrives by shooting the people in the truck with Diana.
Well, wait, tell them about the reception, because Diana and Drew and the cousins, aka Lil Durk, gets taken by Noma's security because team. Noma is caught on to the fact that they're onto her. So she has her security and her brother who's there that we were talking about earlier. They set something up to where the kids and the family, basically Kane's whole side, is in danger.
Yeah, Monet, they're being held hostage.
Yeah, Monet finds out all her kids are there. So boom. Outside the house, she finds Drew and Diana. She obviously shoots the people who held them hostage and like, are you okay? Where are your cousins? The cousins are okay. So she's like, okay, Kane is still in there. I have to go get my son.
And they're like, you guys, we're going with you. And that was so beautiful. I was like, go.
They were like, mama. Even though it was corny, but I was like, yes, Tejada's first.
Tejada's first. And that's all I give a fuck about right now.
I need a t-shirt that says Tejada's first because I feel like a Tejada.
I really do.
Kaya and Aaron Tejada.
Changing my name, honestly.
Legally, I feel like.
Because so Mary J. Blige is Monet Tejada. She's like, I'm going to go in from the front. And the kids are like, okay, I'm going to go in from the side, which I'm like, okay, y'all could have all went in together, but okay, whatever. Exactly. But I guess that was the plan. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, maybe she did that because she knew. Maybe she did that to
that's an interesting theory.
Because she knew. She's like, the way this lady's security is built up, they're going to be in danger. So if you go in from the side, there's like a chance that they won't get as much as she has coming towards her because she's coming in from the front.
And she know that Drew's not really a shooter, and Diana is also not.
Diana just became a shooter.
She just became a shooter, and
I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her, but we'll get to it. So Monet comes in, Tupac starts playing. I start
What
juking.
song?
Hail Mary.
And that was a
Do
nice
you wanna
touch.
run? Do you wanna run? And I just start juking because I know it's getting good. Like this shit is getting
Were
good.
you juking in the sense of you thought that Mary was going to go shut shit down and maybe she would get shot, but she wouldn't die? Or were you juking
No,
because you knew that this was like going to be her last scene,
this is
essentially?
the last scene.
Because
And I was
they're playing Hail
juking
Mary.
because I was juking out of fear. Like this is some scary shit. But I felt like me and her are doing this shit together. Like we're going in together. That's how it felt.
I
Like
was
we're
so quiet. You could hear a rat
up.
piss on a cotton ball.
I really thought you were gonna say a pin drop, but that is even more.
It's not a
It
pin
was
drop. Like, you could
quiet.
hear a rat piss on a cotton ball in this bitch. That's how quiet I was. I stopped
A
breathing.
cotton ball.
Yes.
That shit, I don't even think that's possible to hear.
You heard it.
Like, my God. Jeez. But it wasn't, it
I
was
didn't even
very
damn
scary.
story.
Like that shit was scary. Like, so she's taking out the guys left and right. She has two guns, like she's going up the stairs. She finds one of the security guys, which was really smart, and she's like, fuck this, I'm holding you hostage, and you're coming into the room with me. So when she gets by the room, she hears the beautiful speech that Kane gave. Um and he's pretty much like, I'm never gonna betray my mom. She's the only one that looked out for me. Like, it's Tejada's forever. Like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck you thought this was, but this isn't that. So Noma, she's like, well, you gonna have to die.
And I have
Cause
to say, when it comes down to it, Noma's going to kill whoever, whenever.
and she looked the fuck good. Like, I gotta say
Like,
she
you
looked
can't
good.
hate. Like,
I can't
obviously, you
take it
can
away. I
hate
did
her
call her bald
character.
headed, but it was honestly because I was upset at that time. I was really mad, like I was pissed. I didn't mean to call her bald headed, but I just felt like,
It's
girl.
understandable. It's like you hate to have to give her props, but you have
Mm-hmm.
to. You got
I
to give
had
her her
to.
tins.
Yeah, I couldn't for a few days. This is
Oh,
like the first
absolutely.
time that I'm actually, and it still feels like not too much because I don't want to get blocked by Mary J. Blige, but it was just insane. So, Mary comes in, she starts shooting because she's like, fuck, like,
And
I
she
gotta
knows
save
she's
Kane.
outnumbered.
She knows she's outnumbered. She's hiding behind the wall. Then Number's like, aren't you gonna come save your son? Because he's about to die.
Because he's,
And
mind
at
you,
that
he's
point,
strapped to a chair.
the look in her eyes, it just broke my heart because she knew that this was it. Like she knew she was gonna have to die for her child in second. Oh my God. It's just too much. Fuck. She
I
knew.
definitely was like, after the shock wore out, I was sobbing.
Mm-hmm.
He just go
Because it
ahead.
hits. Like, and you see the look in her eyes and you see the fear of like, damn. And it's just all these thoughts that came to mind. Like you could tell she's like, who's gonna take care of my babies? Like, I still have Drew and Diana, and I have to save him.
And he's so stupid too. Like,
And
I'm
he's so
sorry.
stupid,
He's
yeah.
so stupid. Like, he needed her more than any of them because
More
he's
than
just so dumb.
dumb.
Why are you
Why
marrying
couldn't
this
you
lady?
see
Why
this
are you
coming?
not understanding what's going on? Why?
So in conclusion, it's Kane's fault because he got
Yeah.
involved with this lady knowing what she was about and knowing, like I said, that she killed somebody that was so important to her right hand man. What made you think that she was going to look out for you?
What made me think it was Kane's fault was even like, okay, after that, whatever. cool, you guys have a plan. But when this lady, you just had like the best moment of the series with your mom and your siblings, and this lady is telling you that's why your mom won't be at your wedding. And he's like, I'm gonna call my mom. Hello, call her then. What are you talking about? She let him not like she made him not call his mom, and he's dumb enough not to do that, because if he would have called his mom, he would have known she's not answering, like what the fuck is going on, something ain't clean, something in the milk ain't clean. And then even on the dance floor when they were dancing, she's like, oh, Isis here, like, act normal. It's like you had so many opportunities to be like, wait, what the fuck is going on, and shake it off and like really reassess.
Yeah.
But you're so stupid.
But he didn't do it. And he got caught up. And Monet Tejada is gone.
She goes in and when I say they shoot the shit out of her, I'm like, was this necessary?
But she was dodging. I'm not gonna lie, the first 3 seconds, she was like
slow-mo.
Like she was dodging the fuck out of those bullets. I'm like, Monet Tejada? Like I really thought that 50 Cent like brought the rights to Matrix, and this was gonna be something quite different after this season. But she ends up getting shot in her stomach, and then in the other side of her stomach, and then the titty, and then the chest. And then at this point, it was just
too much.
You shot her in her titty?
I would absolutely be so pissed off. Like my ghost body is now going to have a bullet in it.
Yeah.
In the titty. Like whatever. My arms, my legs.
In her titty?
My ghost body is going to have a hole in the titty.
Oh my God. And then her last words were, my babies.
And then you just hear Kane in the chair like, wait, no,
Mom. No, Mom.
And then you and Diana finally get there 45 minutes later.
I don't know what the fuck took them so long, but they came, and then it's like they're playing fucking Kim Possible and Unstoppable, but it's like, bitch, your mom's dead now, so now what? Like, I hope it was worth it.
I probably would have, out of emotion, maybe would have shot Kane, and that says a lot about my character.
Oh, I would have killed him.
Like, this is literally your fault. Okay,
the show would have been over, actually, because I would have killed him.
Yeah.
And I would have been like, well, now we got to plan 2 funerals. Noma can plan yours.
Exactly.
She can deal with it. Me personally, if I was Mary J. Blige, I would have been like, have him. Have his dumb ass.
That's what you said.
Because he literally did all of this himself. So go for it. I would have literally walked out of that room and been like,
it's what you wanted. It's what you wanted. How you gonna get yourself out of this one? You bad. You got it.
I think that would have either humored Noma or shocked the hell out of her. Either way.
The thing is, Noma would have absolutely killed him then, just because she doesn't fuck around. Like, she doesn't.
She doesn't.
But it would have been a battle. Like, I would have loved to see a real battle between just Noma and Monet.
That's what I wanted. I wanted, fuck the guns. Like, I wanted, like, some real hood, like, pushing that bitch against the gate type shit. Like, knocking that bitch's teeth out. Like, Taziki and DTB. Like,
baddie style. Like, yes. First day, find your room fighting.
Yeah. Like DTB lip. Like, I wanted Noma to take pictures and her lip like be like fucking the size of a fucking golf ball. I wanted to see all of that, but it's like, no, we didn't get that, unfortunately. And now Monet's dead. So it's like the previews, we're kind of seeing a funeral.
I didn't bother to watch the previews.
Yeah. They're like, Monet's dead. It's just too much. I just can't wait. Like, y'all, I just need for it to be Friday. Honestly, what time does it come out? 12 a.m.?
You know it comes out at midnight. You're the first one to watch it.
I'm going to be there. Don't worry. I'm going to be there because I have to see what happens. I also have to see what Maya Wilkes does. Like, is this going to wake up the gangster? Like, is she going to be like, oh, fuck no?
Okay, so predictions from you then, because you have a
I
lot of
think the
hopes and
aunt.
dreams, but what do you think realistically is
I
going to
think
happen in this finale?
Kane is gonna crash out for sure. I wouldn't even be surprised if Kane dies.
I mean, I would. Like, I just got my mom shot.
Yeah, but he's gonna crash out and they're gonna kill. I think he's gonna be vulnerable because he doesn't give a fuck now. But Diana and Drew, I feel like are gonna probably try to stop him. Tariq's gonna get caught up in the bullshit with Carter because something's gonna happen with that. I just have a feeling. Monet's sister is gonna play a part in this because she's back for a reason.
Mm.
How she's gonna play that part, I don't know. Like she might be worse than Noma. We don't even know.
Well, they play her as like an innocent character, so if she
But I feel
turns,
like
that'd be
she's
so
going to
interesting.
wake up and activate because they just kill her sister.
Absolutely.
She's definitely going to activate and she's going to take that fur coat that Monet had that she wanted and she's going to fucking be like, let's go. It's gonna, a lot is gonna have to, and it worries me too because I'm like, 50 Cent. How the fuck are you gonna fit all this shit into an hour?
An hour
Do you know you have 60 minutes?
for a series.
60, 60.
They didn't even extend it.
I don't know what he's gonna do.
Then everyone has 75 theories about how Tasha, Ghost, Tommy, Kanan, the
I
lawyer who died, like everyone is just supposed to come back. And I'm just like, guys,
I
you do not
might have considered that before Monet's
understand.
death because it would have been cute.
It was
But
really,
this is not the time. They're not coming back.
and they
I
don't need
won't.
to because this
They
is
don't need to.
between the Tejadas, Noma,
And
and
Tariq
Carter,
St.
and
Patrick.
Tariq St. Patrick, mainly the
Just
headliner.
because he's been here.
Yeah, just
But
because this is his show
honestly,
technically,
I really
but
don't even want him in it right now. How he
I
fucked up
want
with
to
Carter,
I want to get it
I
because
don't
at the end
know.
of the day, he like doesn't really owe the
Cause
Tejadas
maybe
anything.
Tommy does need to come back and be like, move, little nigga. Cause you just fucked up this whole shit. Like, you just fucked up the thing, like bad. And now the Tejadas are gonna have a problem with him. Cause bitch, well, they gotta have a problem with Kane, but you know Kane don't want to blame himself for nothing. He's definitely
Yeah, I'm
not
like,
gonna take the
ooh,
blame for his mama dying. So that's the thing. That's the matter at hand. Drew and Diana might understand, but Kane will not.
that's unfortunate for Kane because it's your fault, baby. So
It is because you put your mom in this situation, and I just hate it. But Nelma has to die. Unfortunately, her brother has to die, her daughter has to die, her grandma has to die, her mom has to die, her animals, like everybody just has to die at the same time.
Noma and Carter have to die violently too. Like just
Like, I
I want
mean,
them. I'm sorry to be so graphic on this podcast.
heads
Like
removed, like Mortal Kombat, like shit. I
yes,
want somebody to, I want Maya Wilkes to like jump up in the air and kick the head off of Noma.
finish her.
Finish her. Like rip her fucking esophagus out. Like and
Exactly.
stomp on it.
Sling it around.
From her head to her solo plats, in the words of Tokyo Tony.
Absolutely. It has to be violent. And I want there to be a little bit of torture. Like I don't want it to be instant. Like I want it to be very
Fingers. I'm telling you,
violent.
fingers and ears are probably the most painful things. I just feel it. Like I don't know for sure. I never had it
The Power
happen.
Universe has, very interesting
But
things
removing
going
a
on.
finger?
I do want to say though, I forgot that I do want to say before we wrap this up, is that I didn't know which way Davis was gonna go. Because if you guys remember, he was fucking on Noma. So when it was time to execute the plan, I wasn't sure if he was going to betray
Oh, I
Tariq
knew. Because
or
one thing
if he was going to
about it,
stay with
Davis is gonna fuck, but he's not gonna get silly. Like that's Braden's job,
exactly.
but
He
he's
loses the
not gonna
plot.
get silly.
He doesn't
Yeah,
lose the plot.
and that's
And
why I said Davis is literally the best man. You can
he
go to
also
him.
knows how, okay, yeah, Tariq botched this, but Tariq can't, like, he's seen how he's worked since season one. So he really wouldn't, especially just for Noma, he lost his brother. Like, he's kind of like in a grieving state where it doesn't really mean anything at this point. And she was going to be marrying Kane anyway. So
Tate's
that's
Tate's
what
gonna play
everyone
a
is
part in
saying.
this.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying,
Tate's
that
gonna
Tate is
play.
coming back for Carter.
I would like to see it, but my whole thing is I don't even care about Carter. At this point, Monet Tejada is dead. I don't care about Carter. I want Noma.
Well, they both have to die for me.
Noma.
Noma first.
She gotta go. Like the first 5 seconds, I just want them to like. I'm not even gonna start,
Pull
but
her body apart by each limb. I'm sorry. Like, it
some
just
graphic,
killing me.
weird sci-fi shit that you've never seen before. Like some
Some spooky,
chainsaw
ooky
right down
shit.
the middle,
Right. Right.
because she has to go. I don't care if you're married to Uncle Phil.
That's what they said. They're like, tell her to go to fucking Fresh Prince and cause havoc because I'm sick of her on here. And I'm like, don't send her to my show.
She would have actually made a great Unviv, but
Yeah.
I like the Unviv that they have. I don't want to take that away, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's all I have to say. Justice for Monet Tejada. You will
Yeah.
be missed. Is nobody that will wear a boot like you. Nobody that will show up to the function with the jeans and the shades and the hair and just
Red, I'm gonna miss you, Red.
I just hope this is all a dream. Like I hope 50 Cent is like literally, oh my gosh. I just hope that after 10 minutes he's like King just wakes up and this is like
No, no, that's not how it
God,
works
I
or
hope
should
this is a
work.
dream.
Okay, but this is the thing. Like, there's still only one episode left. So even if she was alive, there's only one episode left.
So even if she was alive, but she's alive. I can live, like you know what I'm saying? And this story isn't over. That's the thing. You and I both know it. This story is not
I don't have
over. There's
hopes.
no way that Monet Tejada gets killed. And all this stuff is set up for Tariq St. Patrick. And Blanca is still alive. And this is it. There's no way this is the end.
I hope we come back to this podcast and you can literally throw this in my
Maybe on
face.
another network.
Yeah,
Maybe this
no,
ends with stars, but this is not it. Like
I
this.
want you to be right so bad. Cause just this universe in general, like, I can't let this go. I
You
don't
know
know.
what? I also think maybe he might take the approach because I do feel like Michael Rainey is probably tired of this too. Maybe he might take the approach of putting Tariq in jail and aging them up. And
Yeah.
by the time Tariq gets out of jail, he's like 30 something, 40
He's like
something.
ghost age when he started
Mm-hmm.
Red.
And that I would actually be interested in
Who
because
would you
I
like to
feel like,
see play an older Tariq?
ooh, hmm, Rich Boy. Where's Rich Boy? Where
Throw
the
some
hell is Rich
throw some
Boy?
D's on that, Rich Boy.
Yeah,
Just bought a Cadillac, Rich Boy.
yeah.
And I feel like, as heinous as that was, that is not a bad idea. Not you looking for him on Instagram. Hello.
Wait, no, it's not a great idea. So maybe, oh, that's a good question. I don't know who is. Do we want to see Terrence Howard?
He is
No.
so sexy. Wow, wow, wow. But no,
Shit.
he can't be Tariq. I don't know. Like, obviously, there are a lot of options. Maybe the guy from Rebel Ridge, the fine
Damn.
guy.
Because it's like there's nobody that really looks like Tariq St. Patrick.
Absolutely not. And there's no one who can play like Tariq like that.
What is
Because
Will
it's like,
Smith doing? Like,
okay, you're getting ignorant. So, is there anything
I'm
that you looked
dead
at?
ass serious. Like,
Will
what?
Smith as Tariq? He's already in Bad Boys. He's already in everything else. He's
Because
already
who
Will Smith.
else? I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
like you have
I'm
to
gonna
have.
have to take some time to think about
I
this.
would love you to take some time because I don't know if Will
But for
Smith.
Diana, I vote for Taraji P. Henson.
Ooh, yeah.
And for Effie, damn.
Drew Sidora.
They are too. Maybe Drew Sidora could play Diana.
Yeah,
I'll say
she could
that.
play
I
Diana
could actually see that. I could see
because
that
they
happening.
get the same hairstyles and stuff.
Who's gonna play Brayden though? Are we gonna call up Eminem?
Baby,
I
what
knew
is
you were gonna
he
like that.
doing? What is he
I knew you were gonna
doing?
like that. I could
Ring,
actually
ring,
see that
ring.
too.
He was already playing White Boy Rick, and I think that was Raising Kanan, but it was like such a quick cameo that I did not even realize that it was him. But yeah, like I would love Eminem to be in anything. I mean, we've already seen it with 8 Mile. That's not like a baby. But yeah, I love that idea of like aging them up and like really seeing
Yeah.
what's going on. What's going on, like Nene says.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I would
I
have to
wonder
think about
what.
that.
Okay, so then, what do you think this is going to happen with Tasha and
No,
them? What?
fucking Corey Hardick. Corey Hardick would be
Ooh,
perfect.
yes,
Corey Hardick.
absolutely,
Oh my
absolutely,
gosh.
absolutely.
Corey Hardick, Eminem.
Yep,
Make it happen. Drew Sidora as Diana.
absolutely. So then, who as well? Effie wants out. So
Effie wants out, but they could easily like
who is Drew, or is Drew gonna die?
Drew.
Someone who doesn't get their hair cut, apparently.
You didn't have to do that because I feel like me and Drew are one and the same right now. like,
No, Drew's is literally ridiculous. I'm like,
like,
are you in there? Did you know that
bro,
Mary J. Blige just died?
Drew would actually be easy. Like they could get like somebody that's like
Not you saying like an unknown talent while we're casting people. Why
yeah,
did you do Drew like that? You're like a bitch off the street.
a bitch off the street. Now Effie, that's more of like I don't know, Alicia Keys. Mm.
That's too deep to get into right now,
If they
but yeah,
allow it, if they allow it, if my mom allows it.
especially if your mom allows it, because she knows what she did.
But Kane, Eddie Murphy.
Okay, we're done casting. We're done. Any last thoughts?
That's all I have to say.
Any last predictions?
Um,
What do you think
no,
is going to happen with Tasha and
they're gonna
this?
die. They're gonna
Okay,
get killed. I want them to. Like I said, I'm done. Done with it. After they kill Monet Tejada, I'm like, I don't care who else goes. Like,
you don't
crash
even
out.
care about.
Crash out. I don't care.
I I want to let you guys know I care. I care what
The St.
happens
Patricks
to
are
Tariq and Nene.
done.
No, to me personally,
The
that's
St.
what I'm very
Patricks are
invested
done.
in.
Tasha, she got a chance to work at the grocery store. It was cute. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
I think that they're gonna kill Tariq and he's gonna have money for Tasha and the sister to go and live
No,
happy ever after.
because they kill Monet. Tariq's going to jail. Somebody is going. Blanca
someone
is like,
has to go to
bitch.
jail.
I have not been saying Monet Tejada's name like this for 5 years for Tariq St. Patrick to not go to jail.
Monet
Tariq is going to
Tejada.
go to jail. Effie is going to go to jail. And that is the end.
Effie is going to go to California. What's going to happen to Brayden? He's going to overdose?
She's not. She thinks she's going to go to California. But she's not getting that degree. Because Blanca's going to be like...
Well, everyone keeps saying like Effie is a Fed this whole time. I'm like, do you see how many like war crimes she's committed? I don't think that you're allowed to act like this if you're a Fed.
Well, she's been kind of chilling lately. She's been doing little shit, so I would not be surprised. You know what?
She could have been flipped in the meantime.
Listen, who said that?
A couple people
I
said
guess we're gonna have to see in the
Fed.
finale. But one thing I can assure you is that Tariq St. Patrick is going to jail.
Okay.
Ephataria is going to jail.
Okay.
And actually, if Keisha Cole isn't doing anything, Keisha Cole should play Effie.
The way it is.
Because that's what I want to see anyway. I want to see Keisha Cole in the role. But that's all I have to say. That's it.
We will be back next week with obviously a Power series finale recap if we don't do something separate. And then we will be talking about other shows, of course. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, we hope that you guys are watching Power and we hope that you guys are watching Penguin, that you guys are watching Agatha all along. We hope that you guys watch what's coming up?
Fight Night.
Fight Night. Yeah, we have to finally touch on Fight Night. Yeah. It's going to be almost wrapped up by the time we touch on it, but you guys should go so you know when we talk in the convo. Go see Joker Folie à Deux. Go see Pharrell's Lego. Go and see Pharrell's The Lego Movie, which will be in theaters either this week or next week, depending on where you're at. It is cinematic excellence, and I will be there to see it. Pharrell, if there is no
and Love Is Blind.
If there is no more people on this planet that are Pharrell fans, it's gonna be me. Love Is Blind is also coming up. You know,
because I've seen that trailer, and that trailer looks stupid as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, but
the girl that's like, I'm attracted to flaws actually, and I'm like, yeah, you're gonna piss me off.
Where is again, Vanessa? Okay,
Aaron.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. Because Love Is Blind is going to be coming out the day that you are listening to this. So we'll talk next week. We love you. Bye.
Bye, Vanessa.